day, ones and ones. Hope everybody doing good, you know. You see it, and everybody alright within the best of health. You see it. Today we come for all a reason about Chinese exploiting Jamaica, setting us up in these debt traps, as they would call it. You know what I mean? Well, a deep reasoning about this because this been going on for over a decade now. You understand? At some point it have to stop. And we as the people, Jamaican, within the diaspora have to put a foot down for government stop sell out the country piece by piece by piece. How is it that a foreign country from so many miles away, thousands of miles away, can come to Jamaica, control our resources, control our infrastructure, control our food? You know, talking about infrastructure, we're talking about the port, highway where them a build, all money where them a collect off it, backside company with them own, which is with natural resource, sugar, which is a part of food source. You have a country that's don't care about Jamaica, that's a superpower that control a small island like Jamaica. So much assets, so much important infrastructure, food source and resources we are supposed to help we, not them. When you have when the government now sign agreement for a Chinese company, Tek Ova will port 100% for the next 30 years. So now China control will come in and comes out. And the reason why I say China, because a lot of these companies are government entities, the government in China own a certain percentages in a lot of these companies that's doing business worldwide and giving out loan. That's a part of this road belt initiative that China is rolling out these days. You know, and we sign agreement with them to be a part of that. So I could start from the port first. Them controller come in and out of our country. You know what I mean? So them control where we import basically and where we export. Port is a valuable asset to any country. Jamaica has the biggest and the most busiest port probably within the Caribbean and Latin Americas. You understand? So we're talking about multi-million-dollar within revenues, you know what I mean, that can help Jamaican people in a lot of ways. The government don't cease to stop selling these things out. You see where I come from? So we give them the port for 30 years. Now them a build highway in the country. This highway where them a build, them give away a loan and loan it to them own company. So the Chinese bank give away a loan, give that loan to their own company. You know what I mean? Them contractors, which in return, we make them bring down 50% of them workers, engineer and technicians and laborers to a country for work on these same things, which that now help Jamaica. You understand? In no way. We just have a highway after them control the highway for 50 years, because that is the contract. Them give money to them own people for help. We claim say build something. How is that helping we? When we is not in upper management over the road and the toll for the next 50 years. And them manage it for the next 50 years. Road are gonna mash up within the next 50 years. So we have to actually build it back or rebuild it back. You know what I mean? Repair it so many times. You see where I come from? So all we have to get is an infrastructure or mash up we have to go repair. After 50 years, them have it for road now gonna stay paved for the next 50 years. Pothole are gonna need repair. Lighting and certain things are gonna need repair. We talk about highway where they are Jamaica, where we as the Jamaican people or the Jamaican government should be over that, in control of that, but we're no longer in control of that because government is so corrupt. Chinese just lace them pocketed money and them just sign all type of things and over all type of things give them. You know what I mean? And if they was being transparent about this, we would have known this information from the beginning, so we could have created an uproar about it from the beginning. Not only that, we give them over 1,200 acres of land next to the highway where them a build. So them build the highway plus them own the land where they next to the highway where them a build. That is the dumbest thing I ever see in the history of any deal that you cut, loan deal or contract you can cut. For them bank give you the money. Them not really give you the money. Them give it to feed them contractors to build it. Feed them company and build it. Plus we give them land. Plus we give them 50 years of management over the money. The toll we are collect off for the road. Tell me now if Andrew or anybody, whosoever signed that deal, tell me if them people they have any sense. Can't have sense and do that. Not only that, we sell them the backside company, then buy out the backside company in St. Elizabeth, Alpart, right? Claim say them a rebuild it or fix it up, repair it, whatever them claim to do. Backside is our #1 resource. Backside is Jamaica #1 resource. We're talking about aluminum. Aluminum help make car, plane, bus, train, name it. Can where the goods going for the canned goods, all type of thing aluminum build. And Jamaica is the 6th largest producer of aluminum. And we give away, make them come buy out such a valuable resource. Not only that, them buy two sugar company in a Jamaica, which is that's a food source now. So you sell them with resource, you sell them with infrastructure, now you sell out with food source, which is very detrimental to the country and the running of the country. That is the 3 main thing any country need to survive: the infrastructure, food source, and the resources, natural resources at that. Now when we look upon it, them loan with money for build a convention center in a Mobile we will barely use. Now we left with the upkeep of a building that we barely use. I don't know what the government I think, what the minister them I think when they're making these plans. You know what I mean? Maybe it's because the Chinese grease them pocket. That's the only thing I can think of at this moment. Because if we constantly just make these nonsense decisions over and over and over and over again. And if we can remember, sugar company, one of the CEO them I think of the sugar company, Chinese company will buy out the sugar company at Jamaica. It cry foul about corruption in Jamaica. I know corruption plagued Jamaica on many different levels. This was in the newspaper. Now, you give them a toll road for 50 years. I still can't believe that. 50 years plus 1,200 acres of land. That's off the highway where them have been. All the Jamaican government, them just a fool. This is what I try to say. Them build hospital give a children hospital. Them build 2 school give. They're just coming there to build stuff and them go off of Goat Island and Little Goat Island. They went off of 2 islands in Jamaica and come to find out why they went off of those islands. Those islands are rich with resources, dry limestone. China is a big country that is overpopulated. At this moment, it's the 2nd largest populated country in the world, behind India. Over 1.4 billion people is in China. China don't have space for keep all these people. So sooner or later, Chinese are gonna move from our island, take over our island, little by little. Them so start build Chinese police down there, police station down there, for oversee them citizens because I saw them stay. The next critical thing is the US government came out and warned countries around the world about Chinese communication companies or technology company, ZTE, and the next one. And these are the same company that the Jamaican government signed deal with, communication deals with. And me understand if the world I go against a certain system or a certain company because them say them can tap into listening into the government. You know what I mean? Security of the nation, communication wise. These are the company we're gonna sign deal with. Everybody know want nothing to do with them, but we know as the fool. You know what I mean? The small pan, the small fish in a big pan. We are the one now. We're gonna sign deal with them. Show your fool and lackadaisic decision making is in Jamaica. I don't understand that at all. I guess them can do anything them choose for do. We sign deals with them, loan deal, them give themselves the money, Chinese company the money, for build the highway, 50% Chinese worker. So you telling me that Jamaican don't have no engineer, foreman, or no technician? Where could I get that contract to help build the highway? Or build none of these other project or investment that the Chinese brought to Jamaica? We're so lackadaisic we don't have the know-how to do these things. Not only that, the government gave them, the Chinese companies, waiver, tax waiver. They won't give our companies, Jamaican companies, waiver, but they will give overseas people waiver within our country. And that put us behind when it comes to competition, bidding on a contract. If they have tax write-off, we don't, it's going to be hard for us to win a contract within our own country. So the playing field is not even level for regular construction firms in Jamaica. Because the Jamaican government decision making is lackadaisic. They keep on getting their pocket greased by these people. Every deal you cut, them get money. Under Sykes, these deals and loan deals are not, they're not being transparent with the Jamaican people for us to see what's in these packages and these deals and these contracts they're signing. So sooner or later, Jamaica will become China. These loans, they says, is low interest rate, right? But long periods of time to pay for it. But what if we default on these loans? What happened? They're going to take assets away from us. We cannot pay them. They're going to start taking away different assets that we own as a country and as one of the bigger countries in the Caribbean. We have to protect our asset. We have to protect resources. We have to protect our food sources. We have to protect infrastructure. This is ours. This is no one else. We don't need no one else to do these things. We should be doing these things. The government should come in with some form of program, if they don't have it already, to train Jamaicans to be ready to help their own country without overseas help. We are always looking for overseas help. These things are a debt trap. And at some point, the government has to be wise enough and stand firm and not selling out the country piece by piece, because that's what they're doing. China is all over the world looking for resources to build their own country. You think say they might come take over backside company for help? They might go ship all of that aluminum back home. You think if we give them with limestone, you think it's gonna help? It's not gonna benefit we. They're gonna send it right back to China to help their own, because they need it so bad in their own country. And the country, China, is overpopulated. So sooner or later, their citizens gonna be in all of these places. You know, we'll have Chinese police station in Jamaica to monitor them citizens. And if that's the road that we're going, it's gonna be very, very detrimental to Jamaicans, because This thing have to stop. And we as a people, we have to start put the government feet to the fire so they can be more transparent with these deals before them get cut, so we can know if we want them or not, because it's not helping we. If a Chinaman come give Andrew 10 million US for cut a deal for sell out Jamaica, what do you think he's going to say? No? Or he's going to say yes? 9 times he's going to say yes, because all of them is licky. So at some point, all of this stuff has to stop. If you're helping, you come and help. You cannot give us something and give the contract to your own people, lend the money to your own people, and then take over the business for 30, 50 years. And then after the business is no good, the road is no good no more. We have to repair it. No, we have to spend billions of dollars on repairing these highway for it to work for we. And that's how things work. And then me ask myself, where's the law in Jamaica? Where's the law in Jamaica? You cannot build so much highway, so much legs of highway, and toll is on all of them. Where's the free highway? So all of the highway them are going to be toll. In what developed country do you see every highway have toll? That's not how developed country work. In America, the last state, interstate highway cannot have no toll. You drive on it for free. So where's them type of laws in Jamaica? Our national security right now is very vulnerable because of this communication technology deal we signed with these 2 Chinese fraud companies. They don't want them nowhere else, so them come drop it off on we. And at some point now, we have to start have real reasoning amongst each other, so this thing can stop. This is why I said Jamaicans need more innovative mind. We need to create more for ourselves. You know what I mean? And stop allowing people to use money for us to sell ourselves out and our country out. And then these people come on TV and use these big words that most Jamaicans don't even understand. Right? Now in our universities, them start to where people is learning Chinese language. Where is this thing going? So our culture is going to change to a Chinese culture within the next 10, 20 years? Half of Jamaica will be Chinese. Them already own all of the wholesale them. Imagine when the highway done and them take over the land by the highway, right? We're next to the highway, and build up for them thing. What we're gonna have, what we're building for us. Nothing. We're just gonna sell it all out to everybody else, give them these tax breaks and waiver, and the companies in Jamaica get none. We don't. The regular Jamaican companies get no tax break and waiver. This is a big scam, and we need the minister and the prime minister, these ministers and people in the House of Parliament and the prime minister need to come forth to the country and explain these things. What's the plan? We're going to sell out everything, or when we're going to keep something for ourselves? This is what I say. So something has to be done about it ASAP, as quick as possible. And now they're about to come to Jamaica because we have the hibiscus plant. And they're going to do research with this hibiscus plant to turn it into mushrooms. We don't eat mushrooms like that. That's their thing. So you'll come take a plant now for turn a mushroom for send for go feed your country. We'll be on to the ministers of Jamaica and the prime minister, because they have a lot of explaining to do. But until the Jamaican people them start hold them feet to the fire, they're going to keep on skip over all the questions, create this smoke screen to do what they want to do. To rob, steal, deceit, use mind control and coerce. To have the people and the country going down in a drain. So at some point it has to stop. And this is one of the reasons why I create this platform, so we can bring awareness to what's going on in and around in our community. You know what I mean? So I'm big up on yourself and keep in best health. Till next time.